Broken from the start, chained to our past.
Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Athena. There's my hand up close and personal, and this is Fat Life Unfiltered. So I have a pan, and I already have like a couple tablespoons of grapeseed oil. What I'm going to be making is a fried rice that I like to make, but I recently tried something a little bit different, and I added tofu to it. So I did half tofu, half jasmine rice, and bulked it up with some extra veggies, and that way it was meatless. So I went ahead and already opened it up. I don't know if you can see this. It's I think it's Azumayo tofu, and it's just the extra firm tofu. I went ahead and took it out, and I drained it as much as I could, and I used a napkin and got off some of the extra moisture. So this is it. So this is it right here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and just break this up and start putting it into this pan. And I found this part, and the reason why I'm doing this is because I kind of want it to look like chicken, and I actually will link the video down below where I found how to do this. I think it tasted pretty good texture-wise. It held up really good. My husband liked it. It was a nice meat alternative. You could just skip this step altogether and go ahead and buy already made little soy chicken pieces and chunk that up and put it in the rice if you want to. But I actually kind of liked it this way, and I've never done it, so I wanted to do that. But I'm just basically taking it and crumbling it into the oil that's already been heated up for a little bit, for a few minutes. And this is the part that's going to take a little while to actually, for the moisture to actually cook out and do what I need it to do. That's why I'm showing you this part ahead of time. But it's going to be basic seasonings, and it's just going to be some salt, pepper, and garlic powder. So I'm going to go ahead and salt it. And I'm just using some basic sea salt that I tend to use, buy it from Kirkland. Some pepper that I have on hand. And tofu just kind of takes the flavor of anything that you put on it, so season it good. And here's some of the garlic. And then because I am putting this in my rice, and a little bit more salt and seasonings is going to go into it, I'm not going to get too heavy-handed with it, but this is just to get the basic flavors going into it. Step is optional. You do not have to add this. I am going to use it. It's chicken pollo seasoning. There is sodium in it, so if you do use this, just be aware that you are adding extra sodium into it. But I liked it because it gave it a little bit of extra color and a little bit of extra flavor, and it doesn't take much, so I'm going to kind of mix it a little bit. But other than that, I'm going to let this sit, and I'm going to let it brown. And after a few minutes, I will stir it, because I'm going to let this sit for a few minutes because I want to start crisping up and browning on all the sides. So I'm going to cut. So I'm going to go ahead and end right here, and I will come back when I get it looking how I want it to look, to kind of show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so I'm sure you can see it pop in, but the brown color that's on there, that's what I'm looking for. So I'm going to go ahead and pull it off now, because it's where I want it to be. It does take a little while to do this step, so you can totally buy prepackaged and not worry about it. To that same pan, I added a little extra oil to it. Be careful with this step. I am now going to go ahead and add my classic peas and carrots. Hold on, I can't do this today. Classic peas and carrots. I'm also going to take some minced garlic and add a good cup, probably at least a good tablespoon, couple tablespoons. I don't know, I like a lot of garlic. There is no shame in my garlic game. So, gonna mix that up. In this step, I'm just basically kind of heating the veggies through a little bit. They're gonna cook through more when I add the rice and stuff. This is to get the flavors going. And I'm just doing it over medium-high heat because my pan conducts heat very, very well, so I have to be extra careful. Now I'm gonna add about 1 cup jasmine rice. I already prepared this. This is not day-old rice. I made it a little while ago, so you can either make it ahead of time or the same day. Actually, probably about 1.5 cups or 1.25 cups. About 1.5 cups, 1.25 cups rice. And then let me do that. I'm going to go ahead and throw in my crumbles. Now if you're wondering, where's the soy sauce? Where's the extra stuff that turns it brown? Oh, it's coming. So I have some tamari. I had fish sauce and I actually used the last of this the other day. So I gotta improvise. So I'm gonna use a little bit of tamari. And that's probably about literally just a good couple tablespoons of it. I just kind of eyeballed this step. Some kikkoman, and this is low sodium, and probably about the same. I am going to add just a little bit of sriracha. I don't want too much in there. Now for me, I still like to add a little bit of extra salt and pepper. I'm going to add a little bit of extra pepper. I'm going to taste it before I add more salt though, because sometimes when you add the soy sauce, you don't need much salt, if any. So let me give it a little taste. And we're actually good on the salt. So let me go ahead and push that to the side. And then what I still like to do is add a little bit of egg, just because that's how I like it. And then I just mix it in right there on the side. Sit for a minute, because trust me, it will cook. And just move it back and forth a little bit to let it start mixing in and cooking underneath. And once it gets to about that, I'm going to go ahead and mix it in, because the heat of the other rice will finish cooking that out for you. And as you can see, my pan is hot because of the steam. See, the egg is cooking. So no raw egg, do not worry about that. I honestly think it could use just a little more sriracha, but that's just me because I like to burn the mouths of myself and others. So I'm going to add just a little bit more because I get crazy like that. But I don't want it to totally overpower the flavor of my rice, so I'm not going to add much more than that. And then my last step is some chopped green onion. I always add that in last. It gives it that classic fried rice taste. It is bomb.com. So mix that in. Go ahead and turn the heat off for you. This is what the fried rice looks like after. You can add brown rice to it. You can omit the rice altogether. You can put your own spin on it. This is how I do it, so no need to do takeout. It is really simple. You can cut sodium in places that maybe I didn't. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe, like, share, and comment. It is greatly appreciated. Until next time, thanks for watching.